What is going on, fam? It is so good to be back with you guys. 2 video posts, and I think less in 1 week span. So I think we're on the right path to get it back to the daily, or just even the weekend vlogs at the least. I'd love to do daily vlogs. That would be like my ultimate goal. But sometimes it really just I'm at my desk responding to emails all day and seeing me sit and type and surf YouTube and play Madden. It's probably not going to interest a lot of people. But we should do, if you have an Xbox One, we all should set up, if you guys have Madden, or even Call of Duty, do like a game night with everybody. But that's besides the point. This weekend does kick off our 2015 prom tour. And believe it or not, for us, this is our 5th year anniversary of doing these things. I never would have dreamt 5 years ago that they would have become what they have for us today. I never would have thought that, I'd be able to leave a government job to do this crazy thing called DJing. And what our company's grown to has been such an amazing roller coaster, and I count my blessings every day, and I'm beyond grateful. And I hope that we inspire some through these video diaries, video logs, because ultimately that's what I'd like to do. Obviously besides continue to grow our business, but I really want to. I'm really big on paying it forward, and if I can inspire one of you guys, or more than one, that makes me feel great to know that in one way or another, through our events and through, me chasing, a dream, it's helped someone else maybe see theirs. So I guess the message I'm trying to say is be positive. If you haven't had a chance to, really think about what you want to do for the rest of your life, and you have a dream, chase it. You find something you love to do so much, you do it for free, then find someone to pay you for it. DJ AM said that quote one time, or his mom said it to him, and it's something that really just kind of hit me right in the heart, and really made me realize that I wanted to do this for a living. So chase those dreams. So as you know, the prom season kicks off this Friday. Of course, it starts off with our biggest prom that we've ever done, and it's our biggest school. Generally, I like to have the big proms and the big schools like midway through, towards the end, because I feel like then it sets the bar so high for everybody else. And I want every school to be like that, or to give that much, of a euphoric high or a adrenaline rush from the crowd, the experience, the atmosphere. And when we start off with the big ones, the next one, if it's not as good, I'm like, and then I start going through my my OCD on, okay, I could have done this better, could have done that different. Let me mute this conversation. I have so many Facebook messages going on here. I know it'll keep beeping throughout the entire video. There we go. So we start off with our biggest school dance. That one, I think I've mentioned in my last one. We have confetti cannons going out. We have our lounge furniture, our photo booth, a tremendous amount of trussing. We have 6 50-pound tanks of CO2, as well as 2 20-pound tanks of CO2 for our MC to use. So it's going to be a lot of stuff out there. I can't wait to show you. Now, getting ready for the prom tour, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scene, and I really wish one way or another, either this year or coming up, we somehow capture what goes on behind the scenes, from getting the gear prepped, getting the gear pulled, trying to figure out logistics on certain things, trying to make things work that you're trying to adapt for the different school dances, and just all the odds and ends that go into the school dances, other than just showing up, having a good time, partying, and then leaving, as the guest sees sometimes. So I kind of want to really showcase some of the stuff we're working on. As you know, with all our proms, especially the bigger ones with the lounge furniture and everything, it takes a huge trailer or box truck to get the gear out there. We've been renting the Ryder box trucks, a 26-foot box for a lot of our bigger stuff, just because it has a lift gate, and the lift gate is a lot better than dealing with the ramps. And the only two companies here locally that have the lift gates are Ryder and Penske. And if we don't have the box trucks, we usually will rent, sponsored by Coca-Cola, we usually rent a trailer from the local, actually the place where we have our storage unit. We'll rent the 20-foot trailer from them, and then take a 20-foot trailer, and then take our 14-foot Vino's trailer. So we needed a 26-foot box this weekend because we couldn't get a trailer, and we essentially found out that it'd be better for us financially to just rent it for 10 days. Pay for the week because we're going to need it for 2 or 3 days. And after 2 or 3 days, you might as well just pay the 40 or $50 difference and have it for the entire week. And then pay for the additional 2 or 3 days we needed. So we needed it for 10 days total. And for the rental for 10 days, it was almost $2,000. It's absolutely insane how much it is to rent Ryder trucks. Now on top of that $2K, that wasn't counting fuel, nor mileage. So we really didn't know. I could do maps or do Google Maps and figure out the mileage from, all the different points that we need to drive the vehicle. But it was just a ridiculous amount of money to rent a box truck. Now, granted, there are definitely circumstances where the box truck is critical, and there's no way around it. The box truck is the way to go. But honestly, for the events that we needed for the next 2 weeks, if we had a 20-foot trailer, which is what we normally rent, in addition to our trailer that we have, we'd be able to make it all work. Now, the problem with the rental trailers is that the E-Track that we use to strap everything down in the trailer. Now, if you guys don't know what an E-Track is, pause the video, go look it up. It is the best thing you can ever do for yourself with trailers, to be able to strap your gear in and make sure it doesn't move around on you. The rental trailers that we get, the E-Track sits too high for any of our road cases. So we always kind of just have to pack it tight so nothing moves around, and then get anything that could fall that we need stacked and stuff in our other black trailer. So going back to the Ryder situation, as myself and our office manager Brenda were going over the budgets for the next 2 weeks, and getting things together, my wife had overheard that we're about to spend $2,000 on a rental truck. Now, this is all about Thursday last week. So Friday, I'm on the way to go get an epidural on my back. And if you guys know me personally, you know that I have a back that's not doing well. I guarantee, part of it has to do with my weight. The other half is just the abuse over the years. So prom seasons, right before they start, I get an epidural on my back to make sure that we can at least get through the first half of the prom season. Fortunately, we have a great crew that really kind of cracks down on me, make sure that I don't lift anything that I should not be lifting, and that I'm not 20 years old anymore, and I can be able to sling around stuff like a teenager. But so we're going to the doctor's office. I don't know why my nose is itching tonight. We're going to the doctor's office, and as we're waiting for the elevator to go upstairs, I swear my nose is like itching like crazy. But as we're waiting for the elevator to go upstairs, my wife, brought up that we're, the rental fee that we're paying for Ryder. And she's like, why don't you just go buy a new trailer that you've been wanting? Go get a 24 foot. And she goes, in the long run, it'll be cheaper because we still have to rent the trailers for the rest of the prom season. And we don't always have to get the box trucks. We can work with a two trailer scenario. She goes, why don't you just get a trailer that's big enough that works for you, and then it'll pay off because we're always renting bigger trailers or having to rent a box truck, and why don't you just go buy one and be done with it? And look, for the guys that are married, when the wife gives you a green light for something like that, you jump on it. So we take the elevator up. We're in the doctor's office in the waiting room, and literally while we're in the waiting room, I'm calling around different trailer companies in the Virginia, Maryland, D.C. area to find out if they have any trailers in stock. And I know there's one place about 4.5 hours from here down past Roanoke. For those who don't know, we're in the Washington, D.C. area. Roanoke is all the way down 81 going towards Virginia Tech. I know this one place always had the trailers that I've always would see online or on eBay and such. And so I called them, and they didn't have any 20-footers. They had a 24-footer in stock. White, not really the color that I wanted at the time. I'd like to have a black or like a slate kind of gray. But look, white gave me the green light. You know, we're able to make the jump on a new trailer. Impatience kicks in, and I'm getting a new trailer. So literally by the time I get done with the back injection and we're leaving, I am on the phone with the trailer company putting a deposit down for the trailer. Now Friday night I had to go DJ my normal Friday night spot, and I get home at 2 a.m. And we have decided that Saturday at 4 a.m. we're just going to hit the road and start making the drive down there, because all of this week I have so much going on I wouldn't be able to get it done during the week. And with that long of a drive, it's nice to have someone to ride with you. So, you know, Tracy's obviously off work on Saturday, so it worked out well. So we got up at 4 a.m. We made the hike down there. It was a hike. It's a lot of it's highways, going down 66 and 81, but 81 is just it's like a long straight shot, and it's when you haven't gone to bed and you're on a long straightaway, it is such like you start to get tunnel vision. And luckily, you know, Tracy and I can laugh and joke about everything under the sun. So we had a great ride down there laughing about everything. We get to the place, we get the trailer, and on the way back, you know, we're towing back with this empty trailer. Now we have 3 vehicles between the two of us. You know, Tracy has her Mercedes, and we also had our Expedition. And then I had my Excursion, which was like my main vehicle that I would tow with. And the Excursion was kind of like a daily driver for me. And if Tracy's car was in the shop, you know, she'd use her Expedition. So we're coming back pulling with the Excursion, which is diesel. And the Excursion's pulling this trailer fine. I mean, going up and down the hills, you could definitely feel the trailer. And it was really windy that day, so you could really feel the trailer kind of, pulling the truck around a little bit. And so on the way home, you know, I'm just like, damn, I'm giving this thing a good amount of throttle to get up some of these hills, and we're just kind of, you know, talking about it. And Tracy does it again. She goes, why don't you just get a new truck? She goes, why don't we just trade in both the Expedition and Excursion, and why don't we just get a new truck? Or get you a new truck? And I'm like, what have you done with my wife? This is twice in less than 48 hours. She's greenlit me on making 2 pretty, you know, significant purchases for us. So, you know, we kind of talked about it a little bit on the way home, and so I figured, you know, Saturday or Sunday, which is Easter, I knew me and my dad were going to go out and do some things, but a good friend of ours, Shannon Auto Sales in Manassas, the Harris family has been such great friends to the family for years and years and years. So Saturday, we on the way home, we find a 2010 Ford F-350 dually that's at the lot. I think it was like 42,000 miles. I mean, the truck is just super clean. So come Sunday, you know, me and my dad are going out and about doing stuff for him, and I asked him if we could swim at a lot. I knew they were closed, but I just want to go take a look at the truck and, you know, maybe see if there's anything we, you know, if I would be interested in trading, you know, the vehicles in for it. Now, granted, there's so much going on. I didn't plan on Saturday, you know, spending all that time to drive down to I think it was like Boones Mill, Virginia, and nor did I plan on buying a vehicle this week at all. And it's the last thing I need to do because there's so much going on to get prepped for Prom Tour. I really didn't have the time to, occupy it with getting a new trailer set up with E-Track, because you can't just get the trailer and go. You have to put the E-Track in it. We have to put the flaps on so we can get the road cases in and out. There's things that have to be purchased and has to be, set up for us to be able to use the trailer or even a new vehicle. So Sunday we go to the lot. I look at this truck. They're not open, but happens to be one of the guys that we're good friends with that works there, and he knows the relationship with our family and the Harris family that owns Shannon's. He goes, look, just take the keys. I'll put dealer plates on it, and just take it home and see if you like it. He goes, park your truck around back, see if you like it. Of course, after I drive it for the day, I'm in love with the truck. So come Monday morning, we make the deal. We trade in both our Expedition and our Excursion, and I get the new truck. So we have a brand new 24-foot by 8.5 trailer, or enclosed trailer, and then we have a brand new to us 2010 Ford 350. And let me tell you, that dually and that 350 pulls that trailer like you would never believe. I mean, I don't even notice the trailers behind us. I mean, that truck just laughs at pulling that trailer. So, I mean, I can only imagine what it would be like to pull our 14-foot, and I can only imagine how great it will be to tow our boat to and from the lake with that thing. So, we have a brand new truck, super excited about that, and I'm looking forward to, having a vehicle that's newer and that I don't really have to worry about, I'm not really worried about, have to worry about as much as to how soon or how often, an older vehicle with a good amount of mileage, could cause us down the road and cost us down the road. So kind of glad to get rid of those two vehicles and get a new one. Definitely, there's a couple new things in that truck that I'm tickled to finally have. So hard work, guys. Hard work pays off. You just got to get up, do what you love every day. If you do what you love, you'll get good at it. And if you get good at something, you'll love it even more. So follow your dreams, guys. Whatever you do, just follow your dreams and just follow your heart and your gut, and trust yourself that by doing that down the road, it goes together. I didn't get into DJing to make a tremendous amount of money. I got into it to do it because I loved it. And if you do something that you love, I promise you the money will come. So just kind of, I don't want to be a motivational speech, or I don't want to turn this into a motivational speech, but I just want to tell you guys, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So the last two things I want to talk about before I close this video off for the night, we have a couple new things we're working on. So as you know, in the last video that I posted, I asked you guys what were your thoughts between text live and live social media screens. So we decided to step away from text live and move to a social media display. And we went with an online service called Zoomph. 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 I can't say it. Zoomph. I think it's Zoomph. And it's amazing. I got the demo from one of their main people, and it is absolutely incredible the power that they pack into this. We opted to get the big package, which is $250 a month. They have a $99 a month plan as well as a smaller one. Each plan has different features, obviously. But the way it works is on the screen, you have a bunch of different size tiles. And each of those tiles are like live tiles where they update and they change to it. You pick a hashtag, so it could be hashtag JJDJFam. And every time there's a new tweet with JJDJFam hashtag, those tiles will randomly, do different animations to switch out to display the new tweets, as well as the Instagram photos or the Facebook post as well. absolutely stunning, and there's so much you could do with it. And you could do Twitter polls, which is a new one. I think it also works for Instagram too. But so for like our king and queen, normally we would use text live, and it would say, to vote for Kevin, text Kevin to the phone number, or text Scott to the phone number. And as people texted in to Kevin or Scott or Sam or whoever, you'd see a live poll change, and we wouldn't put the numbers, a number of votes. We would just have a graph, because we didn't want students to feel. I don't want to say I didn't want their feelings to get hurt if someone got 70 votes and then only a couple of people got 4 or 5 votes. I just rather have a bar graph and not put numbers on it. And so this offers the same thing, where they can use a hashtag, so that you could do JJDJ Scott or JJDJ Sam, and you'll see a live graph show who's in the lead and who's coming in second and third. And so we're using this to find out the king and queen for this year's dance. So I'm really looking forward to this. So we're going to have 2 14-foot screens. One screen will be dedicated to just the voting. And the second screen will be dedicated to the live tiles. Now, because we only could do 4 options per voting panel, we had to get hooked up with this other software that runs with Zoom called, I think it's called Display Live or Sign Live. I'll look it up. Let me see. It's called Signage Live. And so the way Signage Live works, it's essentially the software that a lot of companies use to create the video billboards for like TV screens and so forth. So you can set up kind of like a timeline. So for 10 seconds it'll show, poll number 1. For the next 5 seconds it may show just our logo. For the next 10 seconds it'll be poll number 2. Then it could play a short video if you wanted to. But I think we're just going to have all 3 of these polls just cycling and nothing else. But I started thinking about how we could use this outside the physical dance itself. And we can set it up so we can put a TV on a totem and possibly go throw it in the school's cafeteria and have that running the week of prom or the weeks leading up to prom. And then that way we can have like the live tiles on the screen, have the hashtag already set up for that particular school. So during lunches, and again, I don't know the rules of whether students are allowed to use their cell phones in lunch, but during lunches they could tweet to the screen, and they have a profanity filter built in, and you also can go and make sure everything has to be approved before it goes to the screen as well. But they do have a strong profanity filter built in with. They have the naughty word list you can download, and some of the stuff I've never even heard of. But it'd be kind of cool to have this during the cafeteria, during the 4 lunches for the school, so they could tweet and just kind of get the buzz going, whether it's about prom or homecoming, to get people excited about the school dance, get them talking about the school dance, and using that live sign, or the Signage Live, we could have the social media tiles on there for maybe 45 seconds. Then we could have the prom promo, our homecoming promo, play for the 60 seconds. Then go back to the live tiles. Then maybe thing of our logo for 5 seconds, or maybe clips from their previous dances. Then back into the live tiles. So there's a lot of options I think that we could definitely utilize this outside of the actual dance itself. So we can kind of use it to help promote the dance. And I'm sure from doing that, you'll find out other ways of how you can use it and how you can incorporate it in different things. I think the social media walls will be extremely popular among like corporate retreats and even just corporate meetings, or so forth. So Zoom and Signage Live are the 2 platforms that we're using for that. The new one, this last one I want to bring up, and then this is it because this is turning into a 30-minute rant. It's a new video service. Now think about this. how many people, and actually, let's do this. Put the comments below and let me know if you fall in this scenario. For us, we take a tremendous amount of footage at the school dances. We usually have 3 or 4 cameras, and a lot of the time, I don't have time to go and edit all the footage down. We usually just grab a couple quick clips and do a quick recap video. But there's so much great footage that we just don't use, and it just comes down to the time of the day. And at the end of the day, I'm great at DJing. I'm great at a lot of things, but I'm not a great video editor. And this service, and I swear it should be around. It's one of those things you sit around and you're like, I wish there was a company that could do this. And what they do is they allow you to send all the footage from your event, and then they edit it down for you. And it's for a small flat fee. So I think like a 30-second video was like $50. I think a 2-minute video is $150. But the prices are extremely reasonable. But for you guys that just take some footage from the event, it may not be multiple angles like we're working with. It may just be footage that you've taken from a GoPro set up on front of the stage facing outward to the crowd, or stuff you've taken with your phone, or if you have a small a point and click camera that you've taken this footage, but you don't have the know-how or the time to go and sit down and do a professional video edit that uses your footage in ways that you may not be knowledgeable or have the experience to do. So what they do is you send them the footage, they edit the video for you, and send you the final product back. You can pick the songs, you can use a royalty-free track. It's a great service, but I want to know, before I tell you guys what it is, I'm going to sit down and do another video log with the guy, the main guy from the company, so we can kind of talk about how we're going to try to bring this to you guys at a great rate, and a special, just like kind of a discount for my viewers and followers. Put your comments below if this sounds like something you would use, because you have footage sitting around from events that you haven't had a chance to do a video with, or you have footage from multiple events that you might want a 30 or 45 second promo cut to showcase your weddings or your Sweet 16s or your corporate events or your proms or whatever it may be. If you have that kind of footage setting aside, and you would love to have someone edit that stuff for you and put to use the time you've taken already to record the footage, if you had that stuff setting aside and you think this is a good idea, leave your comments below. Tell me what your thoughts are on that, and I'm gonna hook you guys up with them, and I believe they're gonna do a special price, or even just an introductory price for you guys. So leave your comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Let me know how you're doing. Leave some positive thoughts. Let's get this prom tour kicked off with a great first event. I can't wait to share with you guys the event. Thank you so much for the comments on the last video. It's good. It's amazing. It feels great to know that you guys are still there, even after I haven't talked to you really since June. So much love. I appreciate all you guys. Do what you do. Love what you do. Thank you guys for following me. Share this video with a friend. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. And I will talk to you guys soon. The next video should be the recap or the vlog for this weekend's event. So practice, enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys on the next clip. See ya.